The latest news from the financial markets around the globe presented by FX, a multi-award-winning Forex broker.
On Thursday, Meta closed at $768.24, up $78.22, before rising more than 11% after reporting a stellar earnings report that included $47.52 billion in revenue, driven by strong advertising performance and AI acceleration. In regular trading on Thursday, the S&P 500 slipped 0.1%, while the Dow Jones dropped 0.1%, weighed down by earnings misses in industrials. The Nasdaq Composite dipped just 0.1%, holding relatively steady amid strong tech sentiment. All three major indices pulled back from recent highs ahead of key jobs data and Fed commentary. Crude oil futures hovered around $69 per barrel on Thursday, holding on to a decline of more than 1% from the previous session, as markets weighed the economic fallout of U.S. tariffs and their potential impact on global energy demand. The Japanese yen hovered around 150.7 per dollar, lingering at a 4-month low as the dollar held firm following President Donald Trump's latest tariff actions. Bitcoin traded at around $116,500 this Friday, decreasing by 0.2% in the last 24 hours. Looking back, over the last 4 weeks, Bitcoin gained over 6%. Now let's review the major economic events of the day. At 9 a.m., the euro area to release the annual inflation rate for July, following 2% in June. At 12:30 p.m., the non-farm payrolls in the U.S. are expected to decrease, after reaching 147,000 jobs in June. At 12:30 p.m., the U.S. will release figures for the unemployment rate of July, following 4.1% in June. Monday's major economic events. At 7 a.m., Turkey to release the annual inflation rate for July, following 35% in June. At 12 p.m., the Consumer Confidence Index in Mexico is expected to increase, after reaching 45.4 in June. At 2 p.m., the U.S. will release figures for the factory orders of June, following 8.2% in May.
And that's it for this week's Market News Roundup presented by FX. Thanks for joining us, and see you again next week as we bring you the latest market news and insights. We wish you a great weekend.